becomes a karma. This cannot be really proved scientifically. But one Burmese monk, in one of his speeches, he explained nicely. He gave a simile or a metaphor, to explain this karma. He says one man throws a stone into a pond. Then the stone, with a flash of water, it goes down. When it goes down, it makes rings, water rings. And rings becoming bigger and bigger and go to the shore or the bank of the pond. And it collapses, it hurts to the bank of the pond. Then it begins to come back. This ring comes back to the stone which made these rings, and it's it disturbs the stone. So you understood? අපි ගලක් දානවා මේ අපි ගලක් විසි කරනවා පොකුණකට. මේ ගල වතුර ඉහළට විසි කරමින් යටට යනවා. ගියනකොට අර මේ හැදෙනවා මේ රැලි වටේට හැදලා තියෙනවා. ගිහිල්ලා ඉවුරටම යනවා. ඉවුරේ වදිනවා. ඇවිල්ලා ආපහු එන්න පටන් අරන් ගල තෙරපනවා. හරියට කර්ම කියන්නේ මේ. Karma is like that. Our action, good or bad, makes a repercussion, and it is registered somewhere in this universe. And when we go, it comes back. This simply karma is that. So I am not going to explain the Dhamma Vedaniya. There are a lot of classification of karma, so you can learn all these things by books. There are a lot of books. Internet, if you open, you can immediately go to karma and all the divisions, categorizations. And what we have to understand that we have to be very careful in our actions, words and thoughts. And one American researcher, he's a neurologist. He's called Ian Stevenson, who did a lot of researches on the children who are supposed to talk of their previous births. And one book is called 20 Cases Suggestive of Reincarnation. And all these he did for more than 40 years. He is a university professor here. He began from the zero. And zero, it means he did not reject karma, he did not accept rebirth. Then, having completed a lot of researches, his conclusion was that rebirth can exist, can happen. Then one of these stories, he went to different countries, even in Cuba, in Lebanon, not only in Buddhist countries. In Sri Lanka, he researched 3 cases, and one case is very interesting. One child was born to a family. His hands were deformed ළමෙක් ඉපදුනා. ඒ ළමයාගේ අත් දෙක ඇදයි. ඉදුත් කියලා. මේ ළමයා, this child began to talk. When he began to talk, he began to talk about the killing. He said, I stabbed to death my wife. Can you imagine a child saying such a hard thing? Then the father didn't want him to talk and he wanted to hide this. But finally all the, villages, everybody knows each other in Sri Lanka. So the story went everywhere in the village. Even the monk came to know the story. And then he informed this Professor M. Stevenson. He came to Sri Lanka and he did a big research on this. ඒ ළමයාගේ කතාව මුළු ගමේම ආරංචි වුණා. මම පිහිය ගන්නලා මැරුවා මගේ ගෑණි කියලා. මම බැලුව කතාවනේ පොඩි ළමෙක් කියනවා. ඒතර මේ ළමයාගේ තියෙනවා මේ පපුවේ a very important thing in the chest, in the here he has a very big scar. කැලලක්. මේ කැලල විස්තර කරන්න බෑ. So this professor මේ මහාචාර්යතුමා ලංකාවට ගිහින් මේ ගැන පටන් ගත්තා. එයා හොයලා බැලුවා. ඇත්තටම සිද්ධියක් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ කාලේ එල්ලුම් ගහ තියෙනවා ලංකාවේ. මෙයා තමන්ගේ නෝන මහත්තයාගේ මොකක් හරි අඩුපාඩුවකට පිහියෙන් යන්න මැරුවා. මැරලා එල්ලුම් ගහට නියම වුණා. නියම වෙච්චාම එල්ලුම් ගහට යන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා දවසේ හාමුදුරුවමක් එක්ක අයියා ගියා හිර ගෙදරට ගිහින් පූජාවක් එහෙම කළා. අයියාගේ කකුල් දෙක අල්ලලා මේ මල්ලි ප්‍රාර්ථනාවක් කරා මම අයියාගේ දරුවෙක් වෙනවා. ඉතින් කවුරුත් ඔක ගණන් ගන්නෑ නේ. Then this professor did the research, M. Stevenson, and he could find in the legal documents in that division, that province, a person had killed his wife. And this person was legally hanged. So according to the story, the day before he was hanged, his brother, elder brother, went to the prison with the monk and did the ritual, puja. And then this the man who was to be hanged knelt down in front of his brother and just said, I will be born as a child to you. But nobody cared, nobody believed this. Finally, sometime after, his wife, the brother's wife, gave birth to a child. This child has the big scar in the chest and all this deformed body. So, according to this professor, he thinks this the same person has been born in a way, because cannot be the same person according to Buddhism. Because each and every moment, shortest possible moment, everything is changing. The impermanence is a very important doctrine in Buddhism. So, he is not the same, he is not the other. You know, there was a very famous dialogue between a Greek king called Menander and a Buddhist monk, Nagasena. This happened before BC, before Jesus Christ. I cannot remember the exact century. So, this king was a philosopher. You know, Greece is a very philosophical country of philosophers. So, this king, Menander, asked a question about rebirth. Then, this monk said, the king asked, is the same person who is reborn? He said, neither the same person nor the other. So we can have some idea about this. And then